Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dan D, and today I'm here with my boyfriend,
Handsy.
and it is National Coming Out Day, and I thought it would be important to make a video because coming out was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I mean, it's liberating, it makes you feel free, and it's so important to do that, and people don't feel like they can do that in this world sometimes, and I just want to let everyone know that it's okay. It's okay to come out. It's okay to be you. And I thought we would just explain our coming out stories, our trials, our tribulations, how everything worked with our families, and just give a little insight on it because talking about things help other people understand things. For people that aren't gay, they don't understand what we go through. And so just talking about everything that we have gone through, I feel like would help people that don't understand and then help people that are struggling with those issues as well. Well, I'll begin. I knew I was gay ever since I was a child. I don't know if I've ever told you, but I've told a few people that when I was younger, I remember watching male gymnastics with my sisters. I have 3 sisters, and I would whisper into a pillow saying, "This guy's so hot, blah, 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 blah," when I was literally 4 years old, mind you. So I knew I was gay at a young age. It's not like I just woke up. People tend to think, oh, when did you become gay? I always knew I was gay. I always knew I had this attraction to men, to boys, to guys that ultimately I felt like society told me I needed to do other things. I needed to look at girls. I needed to like girls. I needed to marry girls. And I guess growing up, I just had this battle of people telling me what is right and what I felt on the inside. And so I dated girls throughout middle school and throughout high school, and I knew in my heart and in my gut that I just liked guys. And so I had 3 best friends in high school that I expressed that to. And so ultimately, I wanted them to keep it a secret. I did not want anyone to know because I was still dealing with things in my life and it was tough. They were the only people that I could rely on at the time, so I told them. And unfortunately, one of my really good friends told the whole school. Literally, people were coming up to me. I mean, it's not like it wasn't obvious that I was gay, but to take that right from somebody, to take that moment from somebody that wasn't yours, it hurt. That was my right to tell people that I was gay, my friends. It's a moment that I wanted to share with them. And so when I did end up sharing that with my friends, it was like, oh, I already know, so-and-so told me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's not how I wanted it to be. Like, this is a big moment. Like, I was nervous, I was scared. And then, I mean, everything worked out in school. And ultimately, I didn't tell my family. We both were dating each other, and we were not out to our family.
Mm-mm.
That was scary.
It's tough because you're like hiding around. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's weird. Now, looking back at it, now that we're talking about it, it's like, why did we do that?
No, it's like you had to live like a lie.
Yeah.
Like you weren't talking about authentic things. Like,
my
you know,
best friend, everywhere we went, it was, oh, that's my friend. That's my friend.
I don't
Weird.
like that. Like,
But it's something that we had to go through. I mean, something that it made us stronger. It made us appreciate each other a lot more. It was hard, but
and I am grateful for the time that we live in right now because the struggles of
it could be
people,
different, yeah.
I mean, it gradually progresses and it gets better and better, but I mean, it's still not at a point where everyone's like, oh yeah, everything's all roses. No, but to continue on, I was dating Hansel. We were dating. I would take him to family events. I would take him to my parents' house. And I mean, I'm assuming they kind of caught on. And so I remember we had trouble. I mean, this bitch is
crazy. Yeah.
yes, crazy. He drives me insane.
Okay, because you're Mr. Perfect. No, you guys don't even.
Anyways, but we broke up plenty of times. And so I was young and like I would go to like hang out with my family. I remember vividly I went to Busch Gardens when we broke up and I just was like in a terrible mood. I started crying. My family was asking me what's going on and I couldn't explain to them what was going on because I was so scared. And it was rough until finally just one day. I have 3 sisters. Each by each, I went up to them and I told them that I'm gay. And they all clearly knew. Like, I mean, if you spend time with me, it's evident, but...
You? No.
But I mean, it was difficult. Telling each of them, I bawled, I was crying. It was so nerve-wracking, but it was liberating at the same point. They had the authentic me now. I was able to talk about things that I would have never talked to them about. And so it was so freeing. I remember I told Lisa in the back porch, and she was so happy. She was excited. She was like, I had a feeling Hansel was more than your friend. And then I remember telling Michelle, my other sister, and her husband on the car ride home. We just got done playing poker, and it just came out like fucking word vomit. And everyone knew. I mean, I don't know why I was trying to hide it, but it's just ultimately what you do. And then the final step was to tell my parents, and I didn't know how. I just held it in. I did not know how to tell my parents. All of my sisters knew, besides about everything, but my parents were in the dark until one day, I don't know what came over my dad, but he called me into his office room, and so I went in there, and he's like, I need to ask you something. And he called my mom, and he was like really upset. Like, he was like, I need you to tell, this is so awkward for me to ask you this, and I really don't want to ask you this, but I need to know. And then he looked at me and said, are you gay? And I said, yeah, I'm gay. And my mom and him were not happy. They were so, like, I thought you dated girls. How could you do this? I don't understand it. I'm never going to accept it. That's when I flipped my shit. When they told me that they were never going to accept me being gay. I was pissed. I was screaming. I was crying because I have an uncle that passed away from AIDS back when the whole epidemic was new. And my grandmother loved him. He would do all these off-Broadway shows, do all these performances in different states, and my grandmother would go to his shows, always support him, and always be there for him. And I didn't understand how my parents were there wanting to be there for me. And so it baffled my mind that they were just, I don't know why I'm getting upset, but it baffled my mind. How could you say you're not going to be there for your child? It was difficult. But, I mean, now I've had to bring my family around us being in a relationship, us being normal. We're normal. And they love you. They love us. They always ask about us. And it's like we're legitimately family. Like, they want to celebrate gay celebrations, go to gay pride, do things like that. And so I guess the moral of the story is it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be the answers that you want probably in the beginning, or it could be. I mean, it really could be, but time heals all, and time will definitely bring people, conversations will bring people together, talking about it, dialogue, that helps bring people together and make things understandable to people that don't understand. And so that's my little story, and let's hear it from you. What happened to you? How did
mine was kind of similar. Mine's kind of similar, but different. I mean, I wish I could have been able to come out when I was in high school, but I'm not as young as I may look. And when I was in school, I feel like the times were a lot different. Same thing. I dated girls. I did what I thought I had to do to make my family happy, to make everyone around me happy. And then I had a child. Little baby boy. And he changed my life. When he was born, I realized that I had to start living my life for myself. And I couldn't be pretending to be somebody that I wasn't. For me and for him. So I slowly decided to tell certain people that I was gay, and this is later in my life. I wasn't, a teenager or anything, so...
Back in the 1950s.
Back in the 1950s, it was rough, y'all. So I trusted somebody. There was a long story before that, and it was I trusted the wrong person, and they ended up posting it on Facebook. And someone told me, and literally within minutes, the first phone call I got was my mom. And my mom called me, and we started talking about it, and I was in tears, she was in tears, but the first thing she said to me when she called was, I just want you to know that I love you, and that will never change. And yeah, so it does suck when somebody takes something from you that you wish you had. Well, at least I thought I was going to have control of when I was going to come out. It helped me come out to a lot of other people. It gave me that push, but I just wish I would have been able to do it on my own terms. So that sucked, but yeah, after that I was able to tell everyone, and it felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. So it sucks that we live in a world where that has to be a thing, where you have to come out to people. I think that the kids nowadays, though, it's like, I love seeing kids that are able to live their lives, post Glee era. Like, I feel like Glee helped a lot. It sounds weird, but I think it did. It helped kids see themselves as normal, and that they could be among everyone else and see themselves.
Seeing that on TV, helped.
Yeah, a lot.
It sparks conversation.
Yeah, and then so much has happened since then. So it's a great thing to see. I love seeing that, and it was tough growing up gay, and then on top of that I had a child, so to navigate how to raise a child as a gay man, it's hard. Raising a child as a man in general is hard, but then adding all the pressures of being gay, that was even harder. But Brooklyn was 3 when Daniel came into the picture, and I don't think I would have made it as far as I did, or where I am now, had it not been for Daniel, because I
What?
You just are amazing.
Love you.
I could not have done it without you. He's amazing with Brooklyn, and he's helped me. We were together a few years into when I decided to, come out and everything. So like Daniel said, being in a hidden relationship from everyone was tough. But the one thing I feel like we never did was hide it from Brooklyn. We kissed, in front of Brooklyn. We held Brooklyn's hands together, the 3 of us. Like, he never, to this day, he's a grown boy now, and he, this is normal. To him, this is normal. And that's how it should be. So it's great. I love that we celebrate National Coming Out Day. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's amazing. I think that it's great. Of course, you know best if it is the right time to do it. Nobody should take that, and you shouldn't feel pressured if, especially if you're among people that the people that you're around how will they react?
Maybe those people aren't the right people to be around, though.
True.
People have fought so hard to bring gay rights,
yes,
to just be general rights, because that's exactly what they are. So if you're hanging around people that you don't feel are going to accept it, then maybe those just aren't the right people.
Yeah.
Or maybe you need to express dialogue with them and talk to them about it, because not talking about it is not going to spread awareness. It's not going to make people understand, and I think that's so important.
Mm-hmm. Very important. Just be happy, be you, know that you are loved, know that you are important.
Yes, and your voice is amongst so many other voices, but it's so important, and so express it.
Yes, and all you young gays, say thank you to the older gays for paving the way for us, because we would not be able to do half the things we do today had it not been for the fight that they put up. So, and we still have a lot more fighting to do. So,
on that note, I just want to leave off saying I love you.
I love you.
We love you. If you have anything to say, have any questions,
share with us. Share with us your coming out story down here.
Yeah,
we want to hear it.
Leave your coming out story down there. We would love to listen, and I want to leave this on a positive note. At my job, luckily, I work for such a great company that we have gay events and gay coming out things. We celebrated today. We all had like this whole panel of people talking about things. One lady said when she was coming out to her mom said, "I don't care who you love. I care that you love." And I thought that was beautiful. That was amazing. And so just remember, spread love. And thank you guys so much for watching. And just remember, stay dandy. Love you.